I was pretty lucky last league with perfect. Speaking of lucky. Okay, so it's been a couple days with the loot buff now, and I have done 53 maps with what I would consider like mid-tier juicing unoptimized, doing like cleanse zones, and there's some travel points in there. Like I just counted every map. There's some like travel maps that had basically nothing on it, so it's just kind of like an unoptimized running through gameplay that I think an average gamer can do. Like I wasn't corrupting them, I just like slammed them 6 times and I used greed. Let's take a look at the pilfering ring. I got 109 Alks, 221 Regals. I wasn't really going out of my way to pick up Regals and Alks too much. I mean, I picked up more than I should have actually. I needed to update my filter, but I'm just too lazy. And then the uber strict filter blade thing was still too lax. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of filter blade right now in the current state of the game. I think it needs like a major update. I'm actually gonna try and make my own filter starting tomorrow. And then I got 76 chaos, 3 divines, 365 exalts, 4 nulls, 4 chance orbs, 7 greater orbs for jewelers, 0 perfects, 20 GCPs. I mean, you can just look at it, okay? That's pretty much everything. Overall, for 53 maps, unoptimized juicing, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think it's in a good spot there. And then here's the actual loot I got. I got a bunch of tablets. Got a few unique ones. None of them are the good ones. They're all the grand project. But, I mean, still kind of nice. We got some catalysts, but overall, I didn't do that much breach. I did a decent amount. Got a breach down, and then this. I did not pick up individual splinters because that's just not worth it. I only picked up stacks of like 5 or more. Because breach stones are really, really cheap. I don't even know if, I don't think it was even worth picking up like 5 splinters, but I was anyways. And then got a couple jewels. I didn't like check them if they're good or anything. Got a bunch of logbooks. And then I got 5 fracturing orbs. And I got my notable drops. I got a couple omens that are okay. Some decent drops. I got a ton of tier 5s, tier 4s, tier 3s. And then these boots were particularly good. These can probably sell for upwards of 5 div relatively quickly. Got this, which is not insane, but it's got percent mana, and mana recoup is kind of cool. Got a Lycoste. I don't know what that is worth right now anymore. Probably not that much, actually. It went down. Okay, so that's actually, I thought that was worth more, but not. Got a Twilight Reliquary. This is kind of worthless, but kind of cool. These gloves are pretty good, and I got a Black Flame. Other than that, nothing really notable. The chests, like rare chests and magic chests, like the regular chests, you just click and it gives you loot. No monsters. Felt still not good. I could have just been unlucky. I didn't get like anything above an exalt from it. They were overall very underwhelming still, but I mean they're just a box you click, so I didn't really expect them to be insane either. And then I guess that crossbow is pretty good. Full Taxigriff's kind of cool, but not rare. I got 2 of these things. Also not amazing this season, but you know, last season pretty good. Oh, and then artifacts. Got quite a few artifacts. I think Black Scythe and the Sun are the only ones that really matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 146 Black Scythe. Simulacrum 1, 2, 3, and then 218 of those. Simulacrum, that's 70x each. So 3, 210, and then like 2/3 of one, so 45. So overall, very decent haul. Upwards of 12 div of stuff here. I didn't really count, but you know, it's not too bad. easily double-digit divines here. I'll probably calculate that shit and put it in the video as text or something. But yeah. Them's the loot. Overall unoptimized. I was not fishing for good mods on the maps. Really. I'd throw away anything that was like really bad, like no quantity, rarity, and then it was like 3 damage mods, obviously, but overall just like picking mediocre maps, throwing the greed on, and then trying to get as many towers as I could. This one was actually pretty juicy. I got 4, only 3 are hitting most of the maps, but I either always did it with 2 or 3 towers. This one I guess is 4. So, and then the tablets I used were not super optimal either. I tried to get quantity on them. If I couldn't get quantity, I either got increased rare monsters. And then I used pretty much every type of tablet. I used Breach tablet, I used Expedition tablet, irradiated map boss to just try and get a feel of how every mechanic is. That being said, I'm not fully spec'd into all my things. I only have 2 points in Expedition because I really don't like fishing for the boss, so that could have been even better. I do have 8 points into Breach. Breach is one of the easier ones to get 8 points in, but overall, Breach still didn't feel amazing. 2 nodes on Delirium. And then I did do some Ritual. I did not get anything good from Ritual, really. And then here's the tree I used. I technically slightly edited it. Towards the end, maybe the last 10 maps or so, I tried this to try and get more strong boxes. I don't know if it's worth going that over getting like more explicit modifier, because this will scale your rarity and quantity. So yeah, that's pretty much the overview. And at the end of the video, when I'm done talking and yapping, I will show some maps and what they look like, the average map. I don't know, probably most of them night. At minimum, I'd say half. How did I miss that one? Are you crazy? Yeah, dude, when I do real juice maps, I'm definitely gonna need to use a better filter. Oh, it's not uber strict. But uber strict is bad. It shows like individual splinters still. I'm sure it shows dog shit like Vol Orbs. In fact, I'm like 90% sure it does. Oh, it shows dog shit, it shows dog shit. And it hides a lot of low bases, but a lot of low bases, if they're tier 5, are still good because the base stats don't really matter on some items. So I don't know. I thought Never Sinks filter was overall fine for the game, but I take it back. I guess. Especially now with the loot buffs. I'm back to not recommending it. Don't worry, my filter is finally gonna happen. Just watch. Adziri's Acuity is just a random drop. I mean, I guess who's it gonna drop from, Adziri? I guess it would be a random drop.